Welcome back to another tutorial, and today we are going to create this tree called Weeping Willow. So let's get started. Go to File, New, and choose a blank world. Here on the top left side, we're going to attach all the nodes to make the tree, and the top right side, here we have, where we're going to attach all the materials that we require. We will attach them there. Go to Tree and import from the trunk. We will need this to be about 30 feet tall. So go in Spine and set absolute to 3. Right now the trunk is very straight, so we have to introduce some noise in it. Scroll down and decrease the amount to around 0.75. That should do. For this to be a proper tree shape with branches, we have to go to Gen and increase the amount of trunks. And I need 4, so I will increase and create the form. Right now the tree looks very thin, so we have to increase its width from the bottom and from the top. So go to Skin, increase its attribute to 1.25. Yeah, that'll do. Now we have to change the curve. So go to curve, change it a bit. That I think will do it for me. I have to increase the width now and increase from the bottom too. Yeah, almost there. Here we go. Now I have to separate these trunks. I have to do this into individuals. So go to freehand and click any of the branches. This white circle is to change the position from where you can rotate or bend the branch. So you can place it anywhere you desire in order to create the shape that you need. The little blue circle here is to increase its length. And I think this one will do. Let's go to the next one. A bit low. Yeah, just about here. Now we're going to put some material on the tree. For that, go to Material and add it here. I have the material. We've got color. Now attach normal. There we have it. That's double-sided, and here we go. You can change its name just to make sure that you know what the material is. Just drag and drop it, and there we go. You will have your basic shape of tree. Now for the next steps, we add branches. Then tubes. Now go to Gen, mode to absolute, change the amount to around 6 and change the first and the last in boundaries to around 1.14 for the first and around 0.55 or 0.45 for the last. Yeah. Scroll down to extend parent, change it to any, and this will put branches on the ends. Now go to spine, set parent to 0 and absolute to 11.7. Yeah, that will do, and the starting angle will be around 0.6, and let's change the curve from bottom to the top. Now go to gravity, change it to around 1.2. I think we should change it to about 0.2. This looks good. The green curve shows where and how the gravity is acting from bottom to the top. Go to skin and parent to 0. Set absolute to 0.6. Now we're going to change the curve and its shape. Just make it a slide. Yeah, we are done here. You have to introduce some noise to it too. This will look better in my opinion. Go to spine, scroll down to noise and then late. Introduce some noise around here. Looks good. Looks very natural now. Now we have to add more branches on top of it. Go to branches and then twigs. Now go to gen, then absolute. Change the number to around 5 or 6. 5 will do for me. Go to the first and last in boundaries. The first to 0.85 and we set it to 0.05 will do. The first should be around 1, so change the first to 1. Now go to spine, parent to 0 and absolute to 3.5. Change the curve of it, not much. Yeah, this should do. Orientation to 0.52. Go down to gravity. And this will be around 0.14. Yeah. Now go to skin. Parent to 0 and absolute to around 0.12. Now we have to attach more twigs to this. So on that, all the leaves will be attached. Go to gen, mode to classic and absolute to around 4, I think. Yeah. Go to boundaries, first to 0.05 and last to 0.92 will do. Now go to spine, then absolute to 7.25. Set the orientation to around 0.235 or 0.24. And the gravity to 4. Here we go. Now we have to attach some leaves to the fronds. So go to twigs and then frond. On these we will attach all the leaves. Now adding leaf material. Now you can see there are two types of leaves. Let's go with this one. Yeah. Now this will automatically fetch all the maps. This time though it didn't. So for opacity, we're going to create opacity material or alpha from the color one. To go through, select the color and channel to alpha. Here we have it. Tick two-sided, go to mesh, edit, and now we have to cover the whole leaves bunch with the mesh. Try to create it as low poly as you can, because this one will be going to be used in a game as an asset. Don't forget to place the points where the leaf starts. So yeah. That we have it now. Drag and drop this on the fronds. And we have got a weeping willow. Now we have to lower the poly count of this so it can be used in a video game. Let's start. For this, I'm going to hide the leaf, so we solely focus on the middle part. For the segments attribute, set it to around 1 and plus relative to 0.2. So this will decrease the poly count. Let's go to the other render view now. Here we can see this with all the vertices. Let's hide the other one for the moment. Here you can see. So 0.2 will do here. So now go to radial, absolute to 0. And relative to 0.75. There we go. Now go to tube. We're going to do something pretty similar. Relative, set it to around 0.3. and optimization to 1.5. We will set the radial to 0. Now go to the twigs and do something similar here too. We're not going to need that much of these branches in the final look. So we can lower them a bit. Radial can stay the same and optimization to around 2. Now we're going to set this relative to about 0.05 and then scale it to 2. Yeah. Something like that. Do the same here too. Decrease the amount of relative to about 0.05. Setting optimization 1 and relative to 0. Now unhide it, and here we have it. We've gone from 60,000 to about 19,000 now. You can change the color of the leaves as per your liking. Go to color, select the leaf material. And here you can change everything about this tree. Make the leaves a bit yellowish, or you can totally change it to any other color that you like. This customization is totally up to you. I will reset it to green again. Now we're going to put some collision objects on this tree. Hide the small branches and the leaves. Then go to collision object and add a capsule. Change its position, and here you can increase and decrease its radius and height. You can change it according to your need and preference. Now I'm going to import another one of these. Decrease its radius and place it where you want the actual collisions to be. Place it all over the tree, but not too many. Now we're done with that. I'm going to show you how to put a wind effect here now. Following that, I'm going to export it in Unreal, and we're going to put some effects there. You can also play with the light from here. You can wind from here. Select what kind of tree you have and what type of wind you want. Now we're going to export it. Go to Game and Unreal. Just follow the steps on what I'm doing here. And we should be able to export it here. So now we're going to put it into an Unreal Engine blank world, which you can see I've already opened. You can open the world where you want it. Now importing it here, I'm going to create another folder and in here I'm going to import the tree that I have exported. And by importing you should get something like this here. And increase its size. There we go. Now you have your tree in Unreal Engine. Now I'm going to add some effects that you can search. Wind here, and there you go. Scroll down and increase the strength of it. You can increase it as you like, so I'll be setting this to around 1 and speed to around 0.5. Here you go, all ready and set up. Thank you for watching. See you next time.